Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday, the 18th, 2021, May 2021. Gary here from the official Fathers for Justice South Africa. Following on with the series of the short videos for the class action suit with regards to parental alienation. Parental alienation is recognized in countries such as Sweden, Gibraltar, Brazil. The World Health Organization promulgated Parental Alienation Syndrome as child abuse circa 2019. It will be promulgated in the IDC, which is like the official document where diseases and ailments and psychosis are recognized. It will be recognized on promulgated on the 1st of February 2022. We are aware that the child abusing divorce industry, consisting of lawyers, advocates, psychologists, etc., are trying to have this definition removed out of the World Health Organization, and there was a report about 1 or 2 months ago in Italy indicating this. Why are they doing that? Because if you have this declassified, for want of a better description, it allows for the child abusing divorce industry to continue making blood money, not just in South Africa, but on a global basis, off the suffering of our children. Okay. One of the things, and I did put it into the presentation last week, Thursday, the 13th of May, 2021, to where they requested changes or amendments to the Children's Act. It was one of the primary things that we said must be classified as child abuse and form part of the Domestic Violence Act. One of the other things that we're looking for, the lawyers, advocates, psychologists, social welfare workers, mediators, magistrates, judges, etc., that aid and abet that particular parent in parental alienation must be charged on 2 counts. The first one is that lawyer or psychologist or whatever must be charged for child abuse under the Domestic Violence Act, and it once that that parental alienation is recognized in law as child abuse and prosecutable under the Domestic Violence Act, and that they must be charged on a second charge for aiding and abetting that parent in abusing the child through parental alienation. The other thing that I'd like to point out to you guys is that if you have a look, and for all the deniers out there that parental alienation doesn't exist, then very simply put, then please explain the following. Parental alienation follows same or similar patterns of how they seduce people into cults, and how people are lured into sexual slavery, and what they experience, how pedophiles lure a child into pedophilia, child sexual abuse. It is same or similar pattern. So it's the isolation of the targeted individual. So in this instance, under parental alienation, about isolating that child from that particular parent. Like with cults, people grooming children for pedophilia or the sex slave trade, then what they do is that they say that your family is bad, they don't want you, and what are they trying to do? They're trying to isolate the family member. If there are particular people, in the instance of the child that has been groomed for pedophilia, they'll be now saying to that child, oh, look at what mommy and daddy have done and how evil and bad mommy and daddy are. And that's exactly the same strategy that they use to now isolate the child, that the alienating parent uses to alienate the child from the targeted parent. The targeted parent is denigrated. There are false accusations. There's perjury charges. that are made. There's false accusations in the format of false protection orders, fake protection orders, and they say things like, "Oh no, they groom the child through fear, coercion, manipulation, physical, sexual, and emotional abuse of that child," to say to the child that the child will then phone the father or the mother saying, "I don't want to see you, daddy," or "I don't want to see you, mommy." Whereas the child would not naturally say that. Obviously, they are making false accusations of sexual abuse, specifically when men are involved or the dads are involved. The mothers will, it's quite fascinating. I've seen 18-month-old babies write out affidavits of how they were abused by dad. I've seen it. So, guess what? And somehow this 18-year-old genius can't even string two sentences together. Anyway, I digress. The bottom line is, people, this is one of the things that must be changed. It must be criminalized. Specifically the professionals, the lawyers, the advocates, the psychologists, the social welfare workers, the mediators, the police, the family advocate's office, the public prosecutor, the judges, the magistrates, must be held directly, personally, severably liable, both in their personal capacity as well as their professional capacity for aiding in the abuse of children. Get involved with the class action suit. We are claiming 1 billion rand per individual applicant in damages. There are terms and conditions that apply, guys. Please find out about them. Please get involved in the class action suit. If you need assistance, www.f4j.co.za. Alternatively, you can email me directly on info@f4j.co.za. The membership fee to join Fathers for Justice is 90 Rand per month. And if you want to join the class action suit, it's 1,000 Rand per application. I will do another video to explain that in more detail. The bottom line is that it's $1,000 per individual application. You can pay that over as a once-off. You can pay it over 2, 3, 6, and 10 months. It is your moral and social duty to get involved with this application. Love to you all.